What's up, chat? So I was going to stream long today, but I went out last night with some of the boys. So I woke up feeling tired as f, and then I had to go to the Japanese DMV. So I was intending to stream after it, but I was like, I can't do it, bro. Not after going to the DMV. That was hell, bro. That was hell. Basically, I had to renew my license in Japan because previously I had the 1 year, and then I currently had the 3 year now, and then I finally got the 5 year one. The gold license, which is fun. It's great. But last time I went, I had to watch a 2-hour lecture on like traffic rules and stuff. And I was like, that shit was boring. Sometimes I wonder, like, I know who this is for, but I'm like, you know, there's like 2 people in the lecture room with you who probably need to hear this. And you're like, hey, don't run over that kid. Don't speed up at the red light. And, you know, because when I'm driving on the road, I'm like, there are actually people who are driving alongside me who actually need to know this, because I don't think they know. When you're a sensible person, it feels insane. Anyway, so I have to go and renew it again. And last time I renewed it, it was easier because the government changed in their infinite wisdom, as always. They separated the systems where in Japan, they kind of have this like national ID they're trying to push a lot.
Happy belated
my
birthday.
Number. But we're in that halfway changing period where, you know, when governments, they want to introduce a new system, but everyone's pissed off because nobody likes new systems. So they do the half and half, which pisses off everybody then. So they have this system called My Number in Japan, and they've been trying to make it more like ubiquitous and have everything be controlled by this like social security number, if you will. They introduced a system where you could have your driver's license be linked to it. So you don't need to have a driver's license. You just kind of use this digital like number. And so when you're renewing it now, it used to be there was like one clear flow system of like go to 1, go to 2, go to 3, go to 4, watch the lecture, and then get your license. It was pretty straightforward, and you didn't need to have great Japanese to do it. Now, because they changed it all, there was like 5 different fucking lines. There was like 3 different lines. There was like tons of fucking signs everywhere, all with like sellotaped instructions on it and crude handwriting of like, if you're trying to do the ID that's linked to the government one, go here. If you want both licenses when they're separated, go here. And if you don't want any of them, go here. And so like I immediately went in and I asked the guy, I was like, hey, I'm trying to do like, can I try to get like both? Where do I go? And they're like, oh, go over here. I'm like, okay, sure, I'll go over there. And so I think she misunderstood what I asked. Obviously, because I'm like a weird foreign man. She's like, where do I go? But I asked, where do I go? And she pointed me, and this booth said in Japanese, it was like, where to surrender your license. I was like, what? I'm not trying to surrender it. I'm trying to renew this. What do you mean? I didn't ask that. So I was like, oh, I'm sorry. There must be some kind of mistake. I said, oh, no, chigao desu. No, that is wrong. I was like, I must be saying this wrong. So I'm like typing it up just to fully explain. So I was like, I want there to be no miscommunication. So I go through anyway. I get confused because then I go to like booth number 2 to go pay. And then they're like, okay, now go to booth number 5. I'm like, well, hold on. What about booth number 3, 4, and in between? They're like, no, don't worry about it. Just go to 5. I'm like, okay, so I go to 5. I go to 5. And the guy's like, did you go to booth M? I was like, booth M? What do you mean booth M? What happened to the numbers? When do I go to booth M? See, I can defer when we go from booth 2 to 5. Sure, I skip a couple of steps, you know. I can understand that. But where did booth M come from now? Where's this? So I had to go to booth M, like scan the like social security thing, and then I do it. And then I asked this other guy, I'm like, hey, when was I supposed to go to booth M? I don't know when booth M comes into the equation. No one has explained to me booth M. Like one person said, go to booth M now. And then the other person said, don't go to booth M now. So which booth do I go to? And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to go to booth M. I'm going to go to booth M and I'll just see what's up at booth M. So even though I've broken from the mold. I went from booth 4 to 5. I was like, yeah, I'll go to M. I'll go see what's up. I've been playing Metroidvanias. I'll backtrack. I'm not afraid of this. I can come back to booth 6 at any time. I should backtrack now while I feel comfortable doing so. I go to booth M. It takes like 0.3 seconds. I just put my card on this thing. But every other part of the system is like, if you don't do this in order, you will literally die. We will destroy your ID right in front of you. Then I do that, and then I get my license. And then after doing the 30-minute lecture, oh, dude, the 30-minute lecture. Oh, my God, bro. So the 30-minute lecture is fine. And it's not a big deal. But you basically, it's really actually super convenient because you go in there and they give you a classroom. You go into a classroom. You sit there. It's like a class with like 30 people, whatever. Everyone's waiting. I'm waiting 10 minutes for the class to start. There's a dude behind me. He was blasting TikToks full volume. I was like, dude. Like, you gotta stop, man. It's 9 a.m. We are all silent in this classroom. Stop playing fucking TikToks. at full volume. So I turned around, but I did the really, he's directly behind me. I did I didn't want to say anything, but I just wanted there to be like a note. So I just turn around slowly, and I just basically just go, and then I just turn back around. But that's when I realized the guy was also appeared to be a foreigner as well. And I'm like, dude, they're going to make a tweet about this, bro. They're going to talk about how insufferable we are. They already want more reasons to get rid of us, bro. Come on. I was like, come on, man. And I'm in front of him. So it's like, maybe they think I'm with him. I was just like, bro, turn that shit off, bro. So we hate on foreigners now? No, I was like, why are you I was like, they already hate us, bro. I was like, well, you're not helping me. And then we listened to the 30-minute presentation, which is fine. It's just like, please drive safely. It was quite morbid. They open up the presentation with like the ranking of traffic deaths in Japan. And the dude's like, oh, here's number 1. Please don't contribute to this. And then he goes, that was 2024 though. 2025, number 2, not number 1, but could be lower. I was like, okay, damn, that's a way to start this. They actually showed an accident in my lecture. Yeah, and they show like, they were showing dash cam footage of like people getting run over. I was like, okay. The 2 of the things they showed was so egregious in the like, I'm not even trying to be
birthday, Connor.
Because this is the gold license, like the final license, like the more perpetual one. There is an extended, like I think there's 10 years too, but it's still the gold. So it's like much less process of renewing it. Because I've already had my license like 4 years now. Anyway, it is basically a morbid reminder of, hey, you should take this seriously, because the first 5 minutes of them showing a father who lost his son in a traffic accident, talking about, you know, how he wishes the truck driver had paid attention. It's pretty crushing stuff, because, you know, they're like in this guy's house interviewing him, and he you know, and behind him is the like funeral shrine for his kid, which is very depressing. And then they show dash cam footage. And I say it was egregious because, I mean, to me, like driving and not paying attention while turning is insane. Like the idea of looking at my phone and texting while handling an intersection seems absolutely psychotic. I mean, just using your phone in general, sorry, is psychotic, but like even more so, right? You know what I mean? Because there's like clips of dudes, the dash cam from the driver POV of them turning into an intersection and just running someone over. And like the car doesn't even slow down. And you're just like, how is this even possible? I'm watching this in slow-mo and I'm like, oh my God, how do they get this Twitch streamer's feed on this? This is crazy. And then this guy behind me is playing TikTok. I'm like, I'm kidding. He stopped when the lecture started. Not what you wanted to wake up to, for sure, but got it. And then I got my license. And then after I got my license, they were like, okay, now go to this other booth. And I'm like, fuck, free me from this place. So I have to go to another booth where I have to sit. I have to update my like social, like my number, which is like the national insurance thing. And so we finally get that updated. And then I'm finally free. I'm finally free, man.
Fun fact, in Malaysia we have the same thing, but instead of 30 minutes we have to start from 9 AM and end at 5 PM. It's mandatory to do it again if you failed to renew your license in time.
My Malaysian friends told me that you can also bribe the dudes. I don't know if that's true, though. I mean, yes. I mean, it's probably illegal, you know, but that's what I'd heard. That's what my Malaysian friends had told me. They were like, things work differently here. But, you know, overall, it was still pretty good. I was only there for like an hour and 40 minutes total, or 2 hours, which, you know, given in the grand scheme of things, is pretty good. And other than the chaos of the whole, like, the new system, it's fine. Like, last time I went, it was way busier, but it was way smoother because there was, like, everyone had to do the exact same path. So there was no confusion. It was super smooth, whereas this time it was less busy, but really annoying with all the different paths that you could do. And, you know, it's fine. I literally got my license through bribing. Wasn't my decision, though. My parents chose it for me. I'm so painfully British and white that, like, the idea of bribing, in my head, it's like when I'm 13 and I'm, like, trying to figure out how do I engage in, like, sex. I'm like, I don't... So when do I bring up the courting? Do I mention my penis is available and willing to find some? It's like, there's no way in my mind that I could... understand how it works, you know. Bribing them, like, so do I bring up I have money? Do I tell them, you know, I'm ready? How does this work? Hey, yo, slip a 50. In my head, I feel like there's just the odds of rejection
and
are
if
too
you
high.
don't-
I'd have such bad bribing aura that they would just arrest me out of like, they're like, we got to arrest one person. It's going to be this guy. I'm so painfully like, I don't want to deal with that like, even in the UK, they have like this annoying tipping system where they add the tip, but it's completely mandatory and you got to ask them to remove it. I'm so British that I'm like, I don't want to deal with having to ask them to remove this. I don't want to have that conversation. Would you rather tip culture or bribe culture? Like, probably bribe culture, to be honest. It's probably a net worse for society having a bribe culture, but there's just something that like feels so horrible about tipping culture. I don't know how to describe it. I hate tipping culture. I guess like I can't be mad at someone if they bribe and it works. I'm mad at the person for accepting it. I'm just mad every time I have to tip, especially when it's like a big meal and they're like, yeah, it's going to be $100 with tip. I'm like, because that's 20%. I'm like, what? The US has both. Either way, they're both bad. And TLDR, I mean, obviously when I'm talking about, yeah, I'd prefer bribe in jest, obviously, or I would prefer none of it.